Hello, welcome back to this class. This is business class. We are going to proceed from where we left. So we have done lesson 1, 2, 3. Now this is the fourth one. There is a suggestion that I should do 1 hour video so that at least we move faster. So I will be doing 1 hour lessons from now till we finish the whole syllabus. So let's start from where we left. We left at the point where we are saying, how do we evaluate a business opportunity? So evaluating business opportunity means assessing whether the identified opportunity is viable or not. This helps in arriving at the best decisions concerning the business idea to implement. So evaluation should be done carefully, systematically, and without emotions. Factors to consider when evaluating a business opportunity. What are the factors to consider when evaluating a business opportunity? So these factors, we have divided them into two. We have personal consideration and business consideration. So what are the personal considerations when evaluating a business opportunity? So personal consideration are just the abilities and expectation of an entrepreneur and they include the following objectives. The entrepreneur should evaluate the business idea to find out whether it is in line with his or her objectives. Number 2, skills. Where a business requires certain specialized skills, those skills are lacking, the idea may be developed. Number 3 is commitment. Are you committed to doing business? Business is difficult and it needs commitment. So where the business is likely to interfere with the entrepreneur's other commitment, it may fail. So if you're doing a business, you must be committed to it, or else you will close that particular shop and go relax home. You have interest. It is necessary to check whether the intended business will interest the entrepreneur or not. If the entrepreneur will not enjoy running the business, the idea should be dropped. So if you don't enjoy running a business, then that idea should be dropped. You have you have business consideration. So business considerations, what are the factors you're supposed to look at under business consideration? Availability for the product, availability of market for the product. An entrepreneur should access the availability of customers before starting a business. Customers exist where there is a gap in the market. So availability of market for the product, that is a business consideration that must be taken in place. We have technology. Technology. What is technology? What is technology? Right, I think you have thought of it. The business should be evaluated in terms of whether there is an appropriate technology that can be used in production. The business should be evaluated in terms of whether there is an appropriate technology that can be used in production. There are some factors you're supposed to look for. There are factors you're supposed to look into in technology. Is the technology appropriate for that particular business? So appropriateness of the technology, the cost of the technology, then the possibility of the business suffering in case the technology becomes outdated or obsolete. You must think. Under technology, there are some factors again you're supposed to look. Remember, for example, if you start a business today, let's say you have a shop today, a small shop, you are selling 10,000 per day, and there's a software, POS software, point of sale software, which is costing, let's say, 2.5 million. Your shop alone is worth, let's say, 500,000. So what this factor of a cost, you must look the cost of the technology you're bringing into your business. So if you spend 2.5 million in a technology and your shop is worth 500,000 plus the total stock, everything in your shop is 500,000, don't you see you are going to fail somewhere? Then is there a possibility of your shop falling if the software is outdated or is obsolete? You must check at that. Number 3, availability of raw materials and other resources. Availability of raw materials and other resources. Availability of raw materials and other resources. The raw materials and resources required should be within the reach and affordable to the entrepreneur. Availability of raw materials and other resources should be within the reach and affordable to the entrepreneur. We have government policy. Government policy, an entrepreneur should consider the requirements of the government before starting a business. E.g., the government may require certain businesses to be located in certain areas. This is a very clear example. You add that Honorable Governor Sakaja banned bars. He said that bars distract students, distract people who stay around. Then it comes with immorality again. So government policy is something that is a factor, is a business consideration that must be taken in place. Requirements, you must meet government requirements. For instance, if you want to start a liquor store, you will need to have licenses that are responsible or that will allow you to run that business without any interference. We have amount of capital required. The capital required to run and maintain the business should be considered. The amount of capital required to run and maintain the business should be considered. So you must consider the amount of capital required to run and maintain the business. Then you have profitability. Profitability of the business. Is your business profitable? So profitability of a business within a certain duration of time. Then we have the break-even period. How long the business can take to support itself. You know, if you start a business, it will take 3 to 4 months to peak and to support itself. So how long does the business going to take to support itself? Number 9, the possibility of expansion. Is your business going to expand in the next 1 year or 2, 4? So you must, if you're starting a business, you must look for possibility of expansion. If there's a possibility of expansion, we will also need to look for space. Number 9, impact of the business operations on the environment. Impact of business operations on the environment. Some business operations leads to environmental degradation. Should be located in appropriate places. Effects on the inappropriate places. Effect on community and environmental health. Then the second last one is security. Security. Availability of security should be considered when starting a business. You can't just start a business where there are thieves or is not secure. Level of competition. This will help determine whether the business will survive or not. This level of competition will help to determine whether the business will survive or not. The risks the business will face. So what kind of risk will the business face? So those are the business considerations or business factors that you're supposed to consider when evaluating a business opportunity. Those are the factors to consider when evaluating a business opportunity. What is business plan? We are moving to business plan. What is a business plan? Before you do anything, you must write a plan. Before you start studying, you must have a plan. I want to study mathematics. I want to do logarithms. You have a plan that I want to understand this law 1, law 2, law 3, law 4. So the same applies to business. When you are doing business, you must have a business plan. Then what is this business plan? This is a written document that highlights the objectives of the business and steps to be followed in order to achieve these objectives. So it is a written document that highlights the objectives of the business and steps to be followed to achieve those particular objectives. What are the contents of a good business plan? Contents of a good business plan. The first one, we are going to have name of the business. Name of the business. Name of the business. Number 2, the product to be sold or produced. The product to be sold or produced. You must have what you are going to sell to the customers. You can't just start a business without what you are going to sell to the customers, be it a service or a good. Personnel to manage the business. So you must have people who are going to manage this particular business. A business can't run on its own without management. So personnel to manage the business. Amount of finance and other resources required. You must have that. You must know how much do I need to start a business. What kind of resources do I need to start this particular business? Then you have the market to be served. Market to be served. Who are your customers? Who are your customers? So market to be served is another important one. Then you have types of employees required, types of employees required, or number of employees required. How many employees do you need? How many employees do you need? Then you must also have a projection. What do you expect to get in the next 4 years, or what are your profit expectation? Then you must have the summary of the plan. You must have the summary of the plan. It is important to have a business plan. It is important to have a business plan. It is important to have a business plan. Then, why do you need a business plan? 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 The first one, business plan helps in avoiding mistakes. Business plan helps in avoiding mistakes. In the process of drawing a plan, mistakes that will take place in a business are identified and corrected in the plan. Next one, business plan helps in identifying the strengths and weaknesses of a business. Helps in identifying the strengths and weaknesses of a business. Another need for business plan, requirement by financials. Maybe you don't have enough capital and you have a business plan. You can present it to the bank in order to get loans. So it is a requirement by financials. Then allocation of resources. Business plan helps in the allocation of resources on how and where to use them. Facilitate business evaluation. So business plan helps an entrepreneur access the progress of the business, and any deviation from the intended plan can be corrected in good time. So business plan facilitates business evaluation. Next one, business plan helps an entrepreneur outline competition. Business plan helps an entrepreneur outline competition. Another one, it is a motivating factor. So business plan is a motivating factor. It is a motivating factor. It is communicated to all employees in the business. So it is a motivating factor. Number 9, adaptability. So business plan, how does business plan help in adaptability? So normally, not all the events occur as predicted in the business plan. However, a well-drawn business plan should give a room to accommodate any changes that might occur in the future. So business plan should be adaptable, so it helps in the adaptability where any changes that might occur in the future can be added or some features can be removed. Tool for control. So business plan is a tool for control. Planning involves setting of standards against which performance can be assessed. In case of deviation, corrective measures can be taken in place. So factors that influence entrepreneurship practices. So what are the factors that influence entrepreneurship practices? We have talked about this. Factors affecting entrepreneurship in Kenya. We have talked about this. So I'm just going to go through it very fast. So we have government policy, infrastructure, level of education and skills, availability of markets, availability of resources, cultural and social beliefs and attitudes, We have competition, political stability, natural factors, then the presence of role models in the society. The reason why I have not explained those because we have done it in the earlier class. So factors affecting entrepreneurship in Kenya. So what are the causes of business success? You are doing a business. What are the causes of business success? The first one is right choice of business. A good business opportunity needs to be evaluated on the basis of ability to capture many customers, make reasonable profit for the owners, and provide an opportunity for growth. Right choices of a business. Those are causes. Remember, we are talking about causes of business success. Right choice of a business. Number 2 is proper managerial skills. An entrepreneur should be able to carry out management roles effectively. A good manager carry out roles. So what are the roles of a good manager? You will be told in exam. State or explain 4 roles of a good manager. So roles of a good manager. Hiring staff. This is the process of acquiring new employees. Assigning duties. Allocating employees' duties according to their qualification. Supervising. Ensuring that employees carry out tasks that are assigned to them. Training. Enabling employees to acquire knowledge and skills necessary to perform duties assigned to them. Then you have motivating employees. giving employees inducement to perform their duties. These are the roles of a good roles. These are the roles. These are roles of a good manager. Roles of a good manager. Remember this. These are roles of a good manager. Number 3, causes. We are still under causes of business success. Proper location and availability of customer. Proper location and availability. Proper location or availability of customers. The business should be situated in a place convenient for its operations, e.g., where customers are easily available. Number 4, adequate finance or capital. Money is needed to acquire other resources that are required by the business. Then you have lack of competition. Lack of competition. Most businesses are put out of operation by stiff competition. Therefore, a business operating in an area where there is little or no competition is likely to succeed. If you don't have a competitor, then you are likely to succeed in that particular business you have started. Proper financial management. Proper financial management. You can't just take money from a business to go and do your own stuff. So you must have a proper management of finance. So proper management of finances is necessary for the business. It ensures that the money is available and is used for the intended purpose. So management of finance includes, what are the management? So management of finance involves what? What are involved in management of finance? Acquisition of finance, managing of cash, proper record keeping. These are things that when they are setting marks, they go into finer details, they go deeply into notes and set those kind of questions you are seeing in the notes. So we have talked about proper financial management. Then now you are told under proper financial management, an examiner is very clever. He will come and ask you a question like this. Proper financial management involves some activities. What are these activities which are involved in financial management? So we have said acquisition of finance, managing cash, proper record keeping. Remember that anytime you are reading for exams, kindly be very keen. Consider, read in between the lines to understand what is happening. Another cause for business success, proper debt management. Proper debt management. Care should be taken to ensure that the credit is only extended to credit-worthy customers. You can't just give credit to any customer. You can't just give credit to a customer who is not going to pay. Debt collection should also be carefully planned to ensure that they are collected when due. Another one is good public relations. Good public relations. This involves creating and improving a good relationship between the business and the other people. Good relations are necessary for attracting and retention of customers. Being creative and innovative. This just involves finding new users of product, new channels of communication, new ways of doing things. This enables the entrepreneur to be ahead of others. So you must be creative and innovative in your business to succeed. Proper market research. You must do your research before you start a business. Proper market research. Proper time management. If you're doing a business, you must manage your time correctly. You can't just do a business. You can't start a business and open your shop at at 5 a.m., it is not going to make sense. So you must do your business. You must manage your time. So proper skills and attitudes of employees. Employing qualified staff results in work being done in a professional manner. This enhances the performance of a business. There are so many. Like you have seen, there are 15. In exam, you'll be told to explain 5 or 6. You'll be told to state 4. Kindly, as a learner, remember that. Ethical issues in a business. Ethics refers to set of values, principles, and rules of acceptable behavior which influence how individuals, groups, or people and the society in general behave. So ethics are a set of values, principles, rules, or acceptable behavior which influence individuals, groups, or people and society in general. So what is business ethics? Refers to the acceptable behavior that should be displayed by the business people. Business ethics refers to acceptable behavior that should be displayed by business people. Ethical issues are the moral concerns that arise in the course of carrying out a business. Why do we need ethical issues in a business? Why do we need ethical issues in a business? Why? Number 1, to ensure no discrimination in a business. Business ethics ensures that there is no discrimination in areas such as recruitment, promotion, training, remuneration, assignment of duties. So number 1 is to ensure that there is no discrimination in a business. Number 2, ensure protection of environment and also helps in avoiding environmental pollution. Business ethics helps in ensuring protection of the environment and avoiding environmental pollution. Business ethics prohibits business units from carrying out activities that may cause pollution and degradation of the environment. So, as I said, if you are reading, you must read in between the lines. Like now, you are told, if you are reading that pollutions may be caused by activities such as dumping effluents from production units into water, thereby causing water pollution, emitting carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere, causing air pollution, dumping of waste materials on the land surface, causing solid waste pollution. So if you read that, that is ensuring, so that is point 2, why we need business ethics in a business is ensuring protection of the environment or helps in avoiding environmental pollution. Then under that, you have seen the causes of environmental pollution. We are given that. So there are 3. I have said dumping effluents, emitting carbon dioxide, dumping of waste materials on the land. Number 3 need of business ethics is business ethics ensures fair play in competition. Ethics ensures that the business do not engage in unfair practices while competing with others. I like the way the notes are arranged. It is very important. So what are these practices What are the practices that ensure fair play in a competition? What are the practices that ensure fair play for the competition? The first one, destroying competitors' product or promotional tools such as billboards, buying and destroying competitors' products before they reach the market, giving false information about the competitor's product helps in avoiding environmental degradation. Very nice. Very nice. Another need for business ethics is it ensures rights of employees are upheld. Ensures rights of employees are upheld. Ethics ensures that the employer does not violate the rights of the employees, especially as laid out in their terms and conditions of employment. Number 5, eliminates use of unfair